Hi, welcome back. Now, Stephanie went through the wall and something quite strange happened.
I appeared. You know, like that Mr. Ben? Yeah, the shopkeeper appeared. Well, I is that at the moment. Stephanie's been pulled away to do something else, so it's me. Oh, thank you.
We've had a rep turn up that was supposed to be on a call but actually rocked up at the building, so she's had to deal with that. But we've got our lovely Amanda with us. We've got Sam. It's ages since I've said that. Sam on cameras. Whoop, whoop. And we've got Emily in the driving seat.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Love that. If I'm going to say one word to Sam, stickers.
Oh.
No. I'm going to ask you really, really nicely if you can be a little bit patient. I don't mean like 3 weeks waiting, just a little bit patient with the stickers, because our Sam
It's a bit slow.
It's a bit slow, the printer, because it lays down one layer, doesn't it, and then it goes over and puts the other colour on. So it puts the dimension down, then goes back over and does the colour. So it takes a while to print one sheet, and we sold loads and loads and loads of sheets because you lot love them. The machine's actually sat in the building like that at the moment, just having a twitch. It's waiting for its twin to turn up.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
there's
on its
another
way.
one, hopefully. Right, so just breathe a minute, Sam, because you're all right. You're no more stickers for another hour. You're good, innit? You're safe. You're having a break.
I've left it.
Brilliant, right? Right, first of all, let me tell you exactly what live shopping is all about, because we're getting new people joining us all the time, which is wonderful. And if you are new, please let us know in the comments so we can give you a proper Highlight Crafts welcome and tell you all about the club, etc. But what I need to do at the beginning of every show is tell you where to watch us and how to shop, because that's important. So you can watch us in different places. You can watch us on Facebook and Instagram. You can watch us on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com, and you can also watch us on YouTube. Okay, so it couldn't be easier. Now, to shop, you can shop on Facebook, Instagram, and our website. So to shop on either of our social platforms, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type the word shop and then that code word into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. It couldn't be easier. Then you'll get a direct message, and when you open that message, you'll find a link. Click the link and that will take you to our website, where you can then log into your account and check out. If you would prefer to shop directly on our website, you can also do that. Just go to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the items in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will go into a little red shopping bag which will appear at the top of your screen. And when you're ready to log in and check out, you can click on that button and that will take you through this process. Now, today, before you check out your baskets, I need you to do a few things. First of all, I need you to check out the 3 for 2s on our Highlight Lux stickers, because that ends tonight. Sam's going, thank goodness for that. That's ending tonight at 1 minute before midnight, or 1 second before midnight. Also, and this is a biggie, I need you to go onto the website. Every single download that we have ever done here at Highlight Crafts up to the end of August, so the end of last month, so not September's, but everything previous, is half price. I know. All the downloads. So, for example, in the previous show, we've just done, that big frame's finished, Amanda, it's lovely. We've just done a little one with the carol singers. On that show, I then added the decorative elements of the Pinecone Flower of the Month. That'll be half price today. I know. So anything that you couldn't stretch to, wasn't sure about, was like, oh, I like that, but I want to spend my money on that, half price today, but today only. Those deals will end at the same time as those 3 for 2 offers on your stickers. So please, 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 before you check out your baskets, don't miss out on anything. Go on there and shop till you drop, because I'm going on there after. I'm having all the flower of the months. Imagine you're cutting craftoriums, all half price. Tattered lace USBs, all half price, or downloads. Right?
I know, right?
Brilliant. Now then, we also have a deal on brand new artwork for you. So what we've been doing here at Highlight Crafts, we have a fabulous graphic design team upstairs that's headed up, in my head, by a lovely guy called Sam. And Sam has always been brilliant at doing rice papers. If you remember when we were over at iHub and we used to do imagination crafts with Sue Baker and Mandy and David, he was the one that designed the rice papers, and now he's designing these. So he left and then he came back. They always come back. They always come back. No matter how long they leave for, they always come back. So he's come back and he's now designing these rice papers. Now we've been doing collections with a theme, and they've had 60 papers in them. And we sat there and went, do you know what we could do? We could do mini collections. They'd be $9.99 each. You got 15 papers, and then we could do them on a 3 for 2. I'm like, yep, we'll do that, shall we? So this is the latest collections that we launched this morning for you. So first of all, we're going to start at this end, because these are absolutely delicious. Look how wonderful. Don't lean, Amanda, you've got a job to do, kid. Look how fabulous these are. The design in these is absolutely exceptional. The detail, the layer on layer on layer of texture, design, colour, script, all of that. I mean, you couldn't find better papers. These are absolutely wonderful. And then earlier on, Stephanie was showing you with the Mixion and the metal leaf how to add foil onto your rice papers, and that took it to a whole new level. These are magnificent. Now they're on a 3 for 2, so you're going to choose 3, but you're only going to pay for 2 of them. And our Amanda's come in with a little viewfinder to show us. Stephanie wanted you to show everybody this.
Yep.
She's really upset that she can't do the show, isn't she? Because she's had a lovely morning. Bless her. And I'll say this because she won't be listening and she's not in earshot. Stephanie works so hard. And most of the time she's finding products, she's building shows, she's doing all that number side of it, that boring bit with Katie. Today she's got to craft for most of the show and she's had a lovely time. So I feel really sorry for her that she hadn't had time to do this. But she sent in Amanda, who is also incredibly creative. Right, chick?
So earlier on in the last show, Stephanie was telling me that she was sharing with you all how to make them into cards too. So I've got an aperture here. I've got one on my desk that I'm actually going to glue together to share with you. But on here, look at him. Just pop him in the middle. Or, look at that. Okay, let's move again.
I tell you what, that's quite Harry Potter-esque.
It is.
That castle.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? That for a bride.
Look at her.
It's stunning. Look at that.
Okay. Either way, you don't have to have all the horses. Just have the carriage and 2 of the horses. Look at these. And this is going to work across the board on absolutely. Look at that. Okay.
Imagine
all you
that
need
with your foil on.
and your sentiment. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. How much you need. Oh,
Isn't she beautiful? I think she's my favourite in this collection.
Look at all of these. These are cards.
I want to do this inlaid into the bottom of that chessboard mould.
Oh, yeah, that'd look rather. That's a bit special, isn't it?
Yep.
So you can just be doing. Now we've got an aperture here that's a rectangle. You can use your squares, but these are your foundation, your fundamental dies. Okay. Just use your apertures. How quick and simple are these cards? These are all, oh, look at that.
I know, right? How stunning is that?
Look at
The
them.
fairy tale.
Absolutely beautiful.
Right, so Shop Fairy will get you that set for $9.99. You'll still get your discount even though they're on 3 for 2. I know, right? I don't know how we do that, but I'm glad we do because it's brilliant. Now then, something for the little ones or the little big ones. You look at these. Aren't these great? Aren't they? They're fantastic, these. So this is your Shop Unicorn. You're getting 15 different designs. Look at that. They're brilliant, aren't they?
Ow!
Aren't they great?
Oh.
I'll tell you what, you can get printable icing, can't you?
Yes.
Birthday cakes. Printable icing.
We always end up talking about food.
I know, and I'm really hungry.
Yeah, me and all.
I don't know what I'm going to have for my lunch today, but I'm really hungry. So you're getting all of these. I mean, that decoupaged up would look absolutely stunning.
In one of them shadow boxes.
Wouldn't it? In a shadow box.
Oh, my days.
Or hung over a crib. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Absolutely beautiful.
So those are your unicorns. Shop Unicorn, $9.99. Aren't they lovely? I love them. Like,
so it's $9.99 but 3 for 2.
yes. So for $19.98 before your discount, you're getting 45 rice paper designs.
Wow.
This is magnificent.
It is.
Look at this. Talking of imagination crafts, they did a whole... Oh, now then, what was it? It was Mandy Taylor who did it, and it was Atlantis. Do you remember that collection? Yeah. If you've got the stencils from that, from Atlantis, this is going to work beautifully with that. I love that. Oh, see, how on earth has that evolved? Do you know what I mean? Where did that... Do you ever sit there and say, where did that first begin? How did we get from nothing to that?
To an octopus.
To an octopus. It's madness, isn't it?
And they change colour.
It's just phenomenal. And now you can encapsulate that beauty and that magic in... I mean, good grief. Can I just move that frame for a minute, Amanda? Look at that. Look at the depth in that rice paper.
Ooh.
Look at that. Look how you're walking through that archway and you walk right the way into the back. I mean, that is clever, clever design. There is nothing flat about that. It looks like you've gone to the SeaWorld Centre and you can just put your hand right in there. You shipwreck. I mean, that is just brilliant. And then you've got your mermaids.
She's stunning.
Or Sammy. Alice's mum's hair's that colour. Turquoise.
Is she?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to be quirky to join our family. She fits in very well. But aren't they just glorious? Now imagine putting your foil on these. Imagine your magic film, Amanda, with this.
Yeah, that's a bit special.
Magic film, right?
And then putting these into your
I don't know.
resin
With
your magic film.
Absolutely.
And then that'd be stunning.
Now this was the most popular one this morning, and I can see why. The colours in this are exceptional. Remember as well, I have taught you in previous scan and cut shows how to take a piece of acetate, so print off your paper, piece of acetate on top, draw around that seahorse, put a piece of white card in between the acetate and this, scan it in so it only sees that drawn area. Don't unload your mat, but take off your acetate and your white card, and it will then cut that out so you can then start to decoupage them. Also think about printing these on your vellums and your printable acetates.
Gorgeous.
All of that, okay? Now, we do a spray, I don't know if it's still in stock or not, it might be out of stock, from Sublimista, that is a spray that you can spray MDF and then sublimate onto your MDF. That would look incredible on here as well. So those are your first three that we can bring you today. Let me bring you the next in. Sam, is it easier for you to come round here or me to bring them there? I don't mind which. I don't mind which is which. I'll bring them over and then we can do them flat because that's easier for Amanda to then show you with the viewfinders. Now this is magic. Look at this, look at that.
No, right.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I want to live here.
I want to sit on that swing.
I want to sit with those wings, and I want that dress.
You want that dress?
Just be like that with my wings and my dress
Just
on.
like that. Shop Realm will get you this one for $9.99. Remember, even though they're on 3 for 2, and think about adding your stickers into these.
Just a minute,
Because your stickers with those. Isn't that fabulous?
That's a Christmas card.
Absolutely it is. Add some snow paste on there and you're good to go. Look at this.
Yeah, can we
This
live
is
there?
where I want to live.
Yeah,
in
can
the
we?
trees.
Yeah.
If you've ever watched, have you watched Vikings?
Yes.
You know the character Floki?
Yeah.
Have you watched the last series?
No.
Oh. I'm going to go and live in that tree house with Floki when I retire.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I am. I'm taking Mick with me, but I'm going to go and live in that tree house with
taking
Floki.
Mick with me.
I am, because it's just magical. And that
Mick and Bo.
just reminds me of
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, isn't it fantastic? But look at the mushroom. Look at that. It's like a book nook. It's got a library
It's got
in
a
it.
whole library
I
in it.
know. How fantastic is this? If you printed these on your PET sheets, you've got your stickers, haven't you?
That'd be amazing.
On the front of a diary.
On the diary, yeah.
Right.
Or your book
Or
pages.
your book pages.
Oh, my giddy aunt.
But you can also make them this big.
Yes.
Just by cropping them down or by asking your printer to print more than one on a page. So it really does. We're giving you the basics. And Stephanie came up with this wonderful, wonderful story. It was very elaborate. It was fairy tale. It was beautiful. And then she went, and he's the one that goes and changes all the batteries in the lights. I was like, blinking ruin that then, didn't you? Oh, and I just burst out laughing because it was brilliant. It was like the best story she's ever told. And then she went, and he has to go in and change the batteries. I'm like, blinking ruin that now, haven't you?
He's not some beautiful mystical sorcerer or anything.
It's the battery man. I know. Right, now then, this, love. I bet you've watched every Game of Thrones there is, haven't you?
No.
Have you not watched Game of Thrones?
I
haven't. I couldn't get into it. So I am going to try again for those of you screaming at me now. You need to watch it.
I need to watch it.
But when there's loads of names and I can't remember them, I'm like, I'm never going to work this out. So I gave up too early. So I am going to go back and watch it. Have you watched it, Sam? No. Game of Thrones. Have you, Emily? No.
So
I would have thought everybody had
Game of
watched
Thrones was something that I was really excited about watching, and Sean Bean was in it. Yes?
I don't know.
Yes, at the beginning. I was absolutely over the moon because I really like Sean Bean. And I thought, oh, yeah, he's back on the screens. I'm really looking forward. And then somebody spoilt it and says, oh, yeah, he dies. So I went, oh, I'm not watching it then.
Oh, right. Well, that's what you can do when you're off. There you are. There you are. That's what you can do.
But then a bit later on, they start introducing
Dragons. Right, let's have a look at these because these are very, very special. I'm going to peel these back here. Look at this. Look at that. Now, your Quaker Bird would be really nice with some of these.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Your fairy godmother.
Fairy godmother. There you go. You've got your knight in there. This is lovely. Look at the window in there. Isn't that spectacular? Now, you could, if you printed this onto a vellum, then put your magic film behind the window. That would be really cool. Then you've got your dragon in here as well. Look at that. Love that one in the black. I know. Honestly, the artwork on these is exceptional. And then look at him wrapped around the books.
Yeah.
Imagine that on a book cover.
I need all of these.
Get an old book. I know. I said that this morning, Amanda. They're all going in my basket. I'll listen. I'll just have soup for the rest of the month, but I'm having these.
Beans on toast. Oh, look, he's playing him some music.
I know. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? And look how engaged that little dragon. Look at him. Just the movement. The castle. Now that is a really striking image. Just walking away, isn't it?
Look right here.
I know.
Right up onto this mountain.
There's
Right
snow.
up on that mountain top.
I know.
That is so much detail.
These would be really nice in your Quaker Bird tins, wouldn't they? Or your concertina books. I know.
Dear.
Look at this. Look how the rainbow is
Is in the
around that water. I know. They're exceptional. They really, really are. That is lovely, isn't it?
Knights of the Realm. And
Knights
all
of
that
the Realm and
isn't
all
it
of that.
beautiful?
And then there's more
Oh my.
favourite.
You see,
I
I'm
know.
seeing these for the first time. I didn't see the show this
Look
morning.
at this little smile. Look at him on the screen.
He's
Look.
smiling. Oh, look, I've got me.
He's like, yes, autumn's here. I can snuggle in. Get in me onesie and snuggle in. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? But that, I think that as a wedding card
Yes.
would be lovely.
Beautiful.
And then you've got all of these as well, and that's stunning. If you want pretty dragon, that is pretty. I'm going to go out and buy really inexpensive diaries and decorate them with these. I know, right? Aren't they fabulous?
Oh, look, he's beautiful.
Exceptional, aren't they? Now you imagine if you cut some little holes in there and put your bright hot lights behind them, they'd be fabulous. That I think is wonderful.
Let's frame him up.
That on a table mat, place setting.
Oh yeah.
It'd be a bit special,
Look
wouldn't it?
there, look.
I know. So you can isolate it, can't you? You don't have to have the dragon in there at all. It's lovely. Right, so that is your shop gentle. Okay, and then your last set is this. And this is glorious too, isn't it? Look at these. Aren't these just fabulous? From your fox to your badger, your owls. That's stunning, isn't it? With a circle aperture. This is my favourite. It's so atmospheric, that.
But you'd be hard pushed knowing which was the reflection because it's so crystal
so
clear.
Good, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible. That lone stag is such a striking piece of artwork.
Reminds me of Robin Hood.
Yeah, absolutely.
That first bit of Robin Hood.
Yep, you got the stag, you got your hedgehogs.
But look, that's what one of the skies were like this morning driving, the other morning driving in. It was incredible skyline.
They're phenomenal, aren't they?
Oh, gorgeous.
Absolutely phenomenal. You can pick out accents. Now, earlier on, Stephanie showed you how to use a stencil. Use your Mixion on top, and if you did it on rice paper, it would work just the same on regular paper. Stencil through with your Mixion, leave it to go stick it, and then put your metal leaf over the top. And it looked absolutely phenomenal. She also did it with the paint that we had on, the pastels and the brights. And she literally put the stencil over there, put the paint out on the stencil, thought it was white paint, but put Mixion in, and then we realised. And she went, well, let's try it. Just dragged it through with the sponge, dried it off, and then put the metal leaf over the top. How incredible is that? And that is also this is a sign of really good design, that you can still craft it. It's not over designed. You can still add in elements like that with your Cadence products. These on canvas boards or in frames with your crackle over the top, and then your finger waxes rubbed in, will look incredible. David's going to be really annoyed when he comes back and sees that we've launched all these. But you know what? There are minis. So rather than buying 45 of a theme, you're buying 15, but you can pick a mix.
Oh.
So you can pick a mix. Now, we also have some of our previous ones on the show as well. So that you can pick a mix with those as well if you want. That is lovely.
Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my days. Oh,
they're incredible, aren't they?
Oh,
and what I love about this is sometimes, I mean, I have spent, and I'm going to say thousands of pounds on Stamperia papers in the past. But I have to say, these just are absolutely incredible, to the point that I'm not buying anymore. I'm using ours because I just think these are really, really incredible. And imagine adding just your stencil work over there, your finger waxes on there, your Cadence paints, just picking out certain elements with your foil pen, all of that kind of thing you can do But I love the fact that we're not bringing, I mean, we will bring you the big collections back, I'm sure, but I love the fact that you can get variety for a small amount of money. So 19.98 today isn't going to get you 2, it's going to get you 3. So you're buying 2 at $9.99 each and you're saving $9.99. I know, right? And then you'll get your club discount, you'll get your loyalty points back, and there's no postage because it's digital, and there's also no waiting. So you could be crafting with these this afternoon. That's exciting, right? Print them onto you. I'll tell you what, some of these would look lovely on that printable canvas.
Yes.
They'd look fabulous on the printable canvas. We've got printable vellums, we've got printable acetate, all of those different mediums that we bring you for your printers. These on that vintage paper that we had would look brilliant. And just treat yourself. For $9.99 each, get 2, put a third one in your basket and we'll treat you to that one because you don't need to pay for it. How good is that? It's fabulous, isn't it? Right, Amanda, do you want to go over and get ready to show us some of these fabulous demos? And I am just going to take you through the ones that we've shown you before. Okay, so the ones, I think we might need some new boards, Sam. These are getting a little bit, there's papers on the back and the front and everything else. I know recycling and doing that, but yeah, it's not easy to handle, not going to lie. Right, let's bring these in. So, first of all, this is my favourite. I love this one. This was my favourite out of the last ones, just because they're super cute. Look at that face. These are brilliant, aren't they? Now imagine these on your Christmas Eve boxes, decoupaged up, aquastone over the top so it lasts, so the kids can play with them. How gorgeous are these images? Again, Sam, he's so good at what he does. He just gets it. You know, we've tried lots of different graphic designers over the years and different configurations, and nobody gets it like Sam gets it for rice papers. He's just got an eye for it. That speciality is his, and I think they're absolutely stunning. Look at that. That image is brilliant. Now maybe you're going to get some of our glass jars and you're going to make them into sweetie jars. You know the little ones that we sell, those little, oh, this is when it drives me crazy. Those little glass jars with a lid on, fill it with homemade sweets or homemade cookies or whatever it is. Fill it with a recipe. So the other year Marks and Spencer's did them with, I think it was Colin Caterpillar and Percy Pig cake, and they filled a bottle full of the ingredients to make that cake. You just added the wet ingredients and it made it. You could do that with these, but make your own up, which is fabulous, isn't it? So if you want this one, that one is Shop North, because it's the North Pole. They're all getting ready. They are getting ready. They are. They're on the way.
I'll get my letter soon.
You'll get your letter soon?
Yeah, because I have to go and help Santa because I'm only short. I'm one of his helpers, so I get a letter and I have to go and help pack.
Oh, there you go. That's where she'll go. You don't see her for a while. You don't know where she is.
I'm at North Pole.
In the North Pole with Santa. There you go. Now then, look at these. Now, all of your 2 Red Robins collections, you're in the studio collections, are going to work with this quintessential British countryside at its best, but in rice paper form. Now, we say rice paper, that's the name that we would give to something that is designed like this. You do not have to print them on rice paper. Can I just put that out there? You don't need to do that. You can print them on your regular cardstock. You can print them on anything that will go through your printer. You can print these onto. It's just a digital file. And I was very much a paper snob. I would never have done this, ever. I would never have bought downloads, printed them off at home. And then Diane said to me one day, everything's printed somewhere. And I thought, you know what, she's right. And then I went out that weekend and looked at buying papers, and I needed to buy 5s and 6s of individuals because they were my favourites. And then I only had them on that paper. I couldn't do all of these amazing things with them. And that for me was a massive turning point. And also, I don't need to store them all, because that's a thing. That's why we have a room in our house called the warehouse. I know. Full of paper. And then this is our final one. Now, if you love unashamedly, unapologetically feminine, this is stunning. Now, using that acetate trick, you could lift the dragonflies on these papers. If you haven't got a scan and cut, you can do it with a craft knife. But how beautiful are these? That it's kind of got a little bit of that Edwardian country diary feel to it. So if you wanted to put these on the fronts of diaries, just go out and buy inexpensive diaries. Don't buy the ones that have got all the fancy stuff on them because they cost you a small fortune. Do it yourself. That's the whole point, isn't it? Look at that. Aren't they? That. Now, if you've just got that SVG of the Quirky Bird book, imagine that on there, because you could line it up perfectly with that, and then decoupage up that butterfly with your scan and cut. Shop Letters will get you that one for $9.99. Right, Amanda, what are you going to teach us in this hour then?
So come on over. Obviously, Stephanie wanted me to share with you the aperture, but look, we're now going to use a rice paper, and the rice paper will be the card, because printing it out on rice paper doesn't necessarily mean you've got to stick it on something else, okay? Doesn't have to be upcycled and turned into a candle and a jar and things like that. It can be a card, and it looks stunning. So she made this earlier on. Look at that. This is from your princesses with your stencils on
Shop
there.
Fairy.
So this is your Shop Fairy. Look at that. Isn't that just something beautiful? So, card blank, we're going to create an aperture, okay? And then we've got a matte layer. Now, what I'm going to do is sandwich the rice paper in here, so when the card is opened, don't see the workings out, yeah? We keep it tidy. So, I've got my aperture. I have got pokey tool, and I've used our Dr. DIY for this. I've got a little bit of tape on here like this, taking that off, and then I'm going to stick down, because it's a square, I'm not particularly bothered as such where it is, but I do need glasses on. Okay, so line that up like that. So I'm going to take that one away like that, and then for this one I'm just going to smooth out my rice paper. Now, if you do find that you get a few wrinkles in your rice paper, you can actually iron it. I know, right? Who would have thought? I'm just going to stretch that so it fits. There we go. Then take those two away, get my scissors, and now I can trim away the excess of that rice paper. I'm just going to pop my scissors in. If I lift that up and show you, there, look, I'm just going to take that back so I'm not having to fight and cut up against it. Now I've got my other layer ready and raring to go. I've got bits of paper everywhere. So take my back off of this one, and again you can see I do this little trick where I don't take all of the backing off, and that allows me time, because where I've not got it I can move it around. So now, oops, like that. Pop that back through there. I needed to have cut my rice paper a little bit bigger, but it's okay. We can manage with what we've got. Line that up on there, like so. Like that. Happy days. And then I've sandwiched my rice paper within my two matte layers. However, I've got myself a stunningly beautiful card that if that was on a windowsill, the light would shine through that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Now that is using your rice papers to make cards. Just because it's a rice paper doesn't mean it's got to go on a candle or a jar or a bottle or a piece of MDF or anything like that. You can actually use them for card creating, and they look gorgeous, don't they? Look at that, it's beautiful. Now popping that with a light behind it, I could have put foam around it, put my bright heart my bright light.
I'm going to throw this blinking thing through the window in a minute. These pop-ups are driving me crazy. Is there anything I can do to stop the... Yeah, because I'm sorry, I'm just having an outburst now. It drives... I must have pressed it 100 times. They just keep popping up and popping up. Sorry, Amanda. I was
You're
like,
right.
come on. But everyone's talking about, or some of the friends at home are talking about Outlander. And these would be perfect for working with that. If you love that look and feel, Outlander, Game of Thrones, these are fantastic,
Outlander's
aren't they?
incredible.
They're brilliant. Now, what we're doing now is bringing you 3 for 2 on our mini rice paper collections. The most popular in this show is Shop Fairy and the mushroom one, which isn't mushroom, what's the code? Shop Realm. There we go. So Fairy and Realm are the 2 most popular ones. I have to say that paper blows me away because it literally looks like you're walking on
in water.
Honestly, it's phenomenal. You've got the light coming down from the surface of the water, but look at that. The texture that you get on these is absolutely remarkable. So please, please, please don't miss out on these rice papers. And because the rice papers, I can still use them in Minecraft Studio, can't I?
Absolutely, you can change them and do lots of different things with them. That one with the water reminds me very much of...
You think it's right. She's coming up with trepidation now, going,
Avatar.
I think it's right.
The
Drives you
film,
crazy, doesn't it?
the film Avatar is that colourway. That when they go back and they're on that different world.
I haven't seen it.
Have you not seen it? Oh, it's all underwater. Oh my goodness, it's incredible.
Might have to try that.
It's stunning.
Davina says, hi all, just got back from holiday after 2.5 weeks. Wow. Oh, Davina, where have you been? Anywhere nice? Let us know.
Oh, that washing.
Just bought, shush you to bring it down.
Sorry.
I hope you've had a lovely time. Never mind the washing. Amanda, honestly.
That'd be
after
my
2.5
first thing.
weeks, wow. Just bought all six of these and some neon powders from the other day. So you're catching up now, aren't you? I know, catching up now. Karen Halbert says Game of Thrones can be gory and graphic, but I loved it. I'll tell you, I don't think it can be worse than Vikings. If you've watched Vikings, that is brutal, but oh, it's such a good story. And then we've got another one, says, Carol D says, hi everyone, bit late as making my husband's birthday cake. He's 77 today. Happy birthday, Mr. Carol.
Yes, happy birthday.
Absolutely. We're all saying, tell him to have a happy birthday. Tracy says, I have a lot of fairy stamps and dies, as well as Peter Pan / Alice in Wonderland, that will work great with these rice papers. Yeah, not wrong there. They'd be fabulous, wouldn't they? Are you going to do something on Minecraft Studio?
Yes.
Can I do something first? Because I want you to see this on the screen.
Yes.
Can we swap?
Yes.
Because this is, oh, Amanda, everybody, lift the chair. It's like, yeah. Oh, that makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Right. Oh, blinking out. Right, now then. So I've got to try and remember if I'm doing this right. So if I'm not, you might need to help me, people at home. So we're going to copy and paste this first. So we've got one on top. And then I'm going to send, let's have a thing, emboss. So we're going to effects. And I'm going to move that out of the way and I'm going to emboss this one. And so we're going to do the amount first of all, and it will go grey. That's normal. That proper freaked me out when they did that. I was like, how is that happening? What's going on? But look at this as it starts to
it's a 3D folder.
emboss. Then we bring this one back over the top. You can do it with this one on top. And we're going to take the opacity down so that all of a sudden, you ready? I'm going to go back a bit like that. There's your paper. Ready? Nice and slowly, look at that appear. How magnificent
That's lovely.
is that, right? Isn't that brilliant?
It's beautiful.
I love if I had to pay $49.99 for Minecraft Studio right now, and all I got was that effect, I would buy it in a heartbeat, because instead of going out and buying 3D embossing folders, which are expensive, they're brilliant, but they're expensive. That is phenomenal, isn't it?
Stunning.
Absolutely phenomenal. And you can do it with all of them. So if you haven't got Minecraft Studio yet, please do yourself a favour. Go to highlightcrafts.com, okay? Search Minecraft Studio Elite, and the program is free for you to download. It is Windows based, so you'll need a Windows PC to work with it. But oh my goodness, the things you can do with that program are absolutely phenomenal. And that, I think, is brilliant, because you seriously go out, if you can find like journals, or make your own that have got like a craft coating on them, and then you put that on top, I'll guarantee everybody that picks that book up will go, it's flat. Have you done that? It's flat, right? Not a pair of scissors or a fussy cut inside. That is blinking brilliant. And then you could do print it on printable acetate and do that as like a bowed front. Phenomenal. Seriously, if you haven't got Minecraft Studio, and I sat there and watched Diane for years do Minecraft Studio, and I'm like, yeah, I won't be able to do that. I can't do that. That's not for me. First of all, I don't want to sit in front of a computer and craft. Now, I spend most of my day sat in front of a computer, either on Minecraft Studio or Canvas Workspace, whichever it is. But secondly, I actually didn't think I'd be able to use it. It is the easiest program ever. So please don't let the fact that it is technology put you off, because it's all in our language. You know, cutting, grouping, ungrouping, pasting, all of that is what we use in our daily crafty language. Scissors, crop, all of that. Not text speak, but just to be able to do that is fabulous. And then if you printed that off on your canvas, you could embroider certain areas on that. So you could embroider the flowers and make them three-dimensional. You could do little French knots all the side of there. Whatever you can put through your printer, you can now use with these backgrounds. How amazing is that? And I guarantee everybody will go, have you done that? It's flat. I was expecting it to be textured, because that's exactly what I did when somebody showed me that. It's brilliant, isn't it? Right, Manda, you can have your chair back now.
Thank you.
You can go and do your Minecraft Studio bit. We'll do let's do 5 minutes or so, and then we'll do a recap of what we've got for you today, because I don't want anybody missing out on these
Absolutely
three
not.
tutorials.
No. So isn't that a fantastic, like you say, Mel, that it looks like it's already fabric. It's just amazing. So I'll move on. Oh, no. Here we are, look. Isn't he just the best? Now, mixing and matching, of course, you can use all of these together. So you can go into here, but also have your princesses as well. So what I'm going to quickly do is go into my scissors, and I'm just going to snip around. You would take far more time over this, but I'm just going to quickly get around the edge, because I want to borrow my little dragon and put him in with one of my princesses. Like this, there. And how easy is this? So every time I stop, I click, and it's actually snipping around all the little bits of detail that I need. You can zoom in for this and be seriously precise, okay, when you're working with this. But I'm literally just clicking, drawing the zigzags, because I just want his lovely like this. Come round here, lots of clicks as we go round the corner, like this, like that. I want to go back down round his tail, and then I am just going to cut it around there, So you can be quite quick. You don't have to be, because especially if you're going to tuck him in somewhere. So like so. Now down here, if I zoom in, I'm going to keep the inner. There he is, look. I've got my little dragon. How amazing is he? Now I need to go to my files and can somebody just remind me fairy light? Yes. So now I can use all of this different imagery and mix it in, because by rights, okay, I can now bring him to the front, order, bring to front, but now I've got a little dragon sat in here.
Him tiny. You can put him on that ledge.
I can, yes.
Archway, can't
so
you?
I can go like that, and I can go to my effects, and I just want to, there's faded edges, just want to soften his edges so he's not quite so, and I can pick him up and make him a little bit littler. Look, he's just sat in there like
Brilliant,
that. Isn't he gorgeous? So you don't even have to work with them with the imagery that we're suggesting. So let's bring in her. Oops, bring you to the front, little man. So order, bring to front. So now I can have him, I'm sure I brought him to the front. Bring to front. Ta-da! We can now have him on here instead. Let's have him sat on the picture frame just there instead, so she's got the dragons. So they're all going to work together. You can do this with the forest friends as well. We can bring her in and bring in, which is that one? Badger. There we go. So we can snip around the badger and have the badger sat in here. So you are now creating your own rice papers really easily. Up and round. I'm not really too bothered about, well, let's take a little bit, oh no, we will take a bit of the mushroom like that. I'm going to keep the inner and then bring the badger in, go to effects, and I'm just going to do that faded edges again where I've made him a little bit more softer like that. Isn't he gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. So you know, and also because he's on here, look, are you watching? I can go and I can have him down here instead. Look at that.
Brilliant. Right, now then we've had our Tape Doctor tape added to this show. This product is brilliant. Now, the boring bit of craft, shall we talk about that for a minute? Oh. You know where you have a crafty budget every month, and every couple of months you're like, oh, I've got to buy tape this month. That's boring, isn't it? And it is the boring bit, but it's the essential bit. It's like getting a brown envelope through your door. You don't want to pay the bill, but you have to keep your household running. You have to get tape to keep your crafting going. Now, the best time to buy tape is when it's on a deal. This doesn't have a shelf life. Don't leave it on top of a radiator because it'll go dry, it'll dry out. But in a cupboard, this tape is brilliant. Fingerlift tape, we all thought that was brilliant. Yeah, it's a pain in the neck, isn't it? Because it's still got that piece of glue that goes right down the middle of that backing that isn't easy to get off. And you have to burnish it down to be able to lift that bit off. This is the easiest tape you will ever use. It's a tissue tape, so it's super thin, but that doesn't mean it isn't strong. It's brilliant for construction because if you're building something with a heavy weight of card and you put a piece of red liner tape on, that red liner tape has a depth. It might not be very thick, but it does have a depth and it shows in the construction. This is tissue tape. It's super fine. You can remove it up to for a certain amount of time if you get it in the wrong place. Just roll it back slowly with an adhesive eraser and it will come off. You can use it with your foils, you can use it with your glitters, you can use it with your embossing powders. It's brilliant. Now on the back of your rice paper, it's perfect because it doesn't really show through. But the deal on this is really extraordinary. So if I was to sell you that for $9.99, you'd be like, okay, can you do me a deal? Well, I don't need to do you a deal on it because on each one of these rolls, you've got 28 meters. That's 84 meters. That's about 24, about 250 foot. That's a lot of tape, right? And you've got a roll with a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And on each one of those rolls is 28 meters. Now, I could do you a deal on 2 if you wanted, or I can do you a magnificent deal on 10. What about paying for that one and paying for that one at $9.99 and you're not paying for all the other 8? Yep, how about that? 30 rolls with 28 meters on each one. That will last you the rest of your crafty career, won't it? Because that's a lot of tape, but it's brilliant, and the backing comes off like a dream. Also, the backing has got like a slightly plastic finish to it, so if you want to go in with your hot glue gun, you know, when we bring you the glue gun with the glitter glues or the waxes, glitter glues probably more than wax, and just do your little gems, your little circles on that, leave them to dry, and then you can just peel them off and use them. This tape is sensational. If you went to Amanda's desk now, she's got 2 kitchen roll holders like that, full of it.
Yep.
She's determined she's never going to run out. David uses it, I use it, Stephanie uses it, Lily uses it. To put the papers on these boards, we use this tape. Now, these might be lifting up, but this across the top is flat as a pancake. It is brilliant. Maybe you're part of a craft group. Listen, there's nothing stopping you buying that for $19.99, getting your discount and your points, and going in and saying, anybody want 3 rolls of tape for a £5? Make yourself a bit of a profit. Do you know what I mean, though? You run the club, you come up with all the ideas. That is fabulous. If somebody bought me that for Christmas, I'd be absolutely delighted. Yeah. Because it does the job that you need it to do. I don't need anything fancy. I just need some tape. I'll tell you what, that little lot is going to last you a long, long time. But it is brilliant. And you know me, if that wasn't good, if I couldn't get the backing off that, if it drove me crazy, I wouldn't be stood here selling that to you. But for $19.99 to get all of that is tremendous value for money. Please don't miss out on that. Get some something else in your basket. Get that basket spend ready. Ooh. To over £35 after your discounts, and we'll pay your postage.
Yay!
Wow. Right, let's have a quick recap of these papers before we love you and leave you until 6 o'clock tonight, when I will be back with your final instalment of your scan and cut. We're going to do faux stitching. We're going to do work with the rhododendron, showing you how to make a shaped card, and we're going to make a box if we've got time as well.
Wow.
So first of all, I know I've got a busy hour. Shop Unicorn will get you these 15. So these are our minis. You bet 3 for 2. So put 3 in your basket. You're only going to pay for 2 of them, which is fabulous. Shop Unicorn will get you that one for $9.99. Next one, ooh, careful. Next one, Shop Fairy is going to get you this. Look how magnificent. That for a bride on a wedding day.
It's beautiful.
It's absolutely, oh, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it. It's stunningly beautiful. Sorry, I got tickled. All of these, sorry, Amanda, you're going to have to take over because my voice is about to just give in.
Absolutely gorgeous.
We've got 1 minute just so that you know.
I didn't notice that. The
I
glass.
know, the crystal.
I
It's
hadn't
lovely, isn't
seen
it?
that.
Look at that. Every
Look at
time you always
her.
look at them, you'll see something different.
Oh my
That's what I love
word.
about them.
So that one is your Shop Fairy. Then we have got this one, and I can't pick a favourite because they're all just gorgeous. This one is very much reminds me of, like I suggested, the film of
Atlantis. No. Avatar.
Avatar, because this colourway, because it's all underwater, that particular one, and this is done. I didn't see that she'd got a pearl in her hand.
30 seconds.
Oh my goodness, there we go. So that's that one. Then so that's Shop C. Then we're going to go to Shop Woodland. Look at that. Again, we all want to sit here. We want to swing on that swing with all these animals.
I'm going to suggest you go onto highlightcrafts.com, check out the 3 for 2s on these because you can pick and mix. Please don't forget to check out your 3 for 2s on your stickers because that deal ends tonight. Whoop, whoop for Sam. She's happy about that because she has been printing stickers off. We only have one machine at the moment and it takes a while because it lays down the dimension, then it lays down the colour. So if they're a couple of days longer than normal, please be patient. Sam is absolutely, her team's on overtime. They're running around printing these stickers off over and over and over again. They will be with you and they're worth the wait, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
And please also make sure that you are checking out your baskets because you don't want anybody coming along and pinching something out of it. I will see you back at 6 o'clock. I'm going to go and get some food and have a cup of tea. And then I would really love it if you could join me at 6. Even if you don't have a scan and cut, you might pick up some ideas. So join us then. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Thank you to Sam and to Emily. And thank you, most of all, to you for watching. See you soon. Bye.